This one bomb that caused so much destruction on Hiroshima was tiny compared to today's nuclear bombs. The bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima had a yield of just 15 kilotons of TNT, whereas today's nuclear warheads range in size from 100 kilotons to over 1 megaton. A single nuclear weapon today could kill millions in just minutes. Just one of these nuclear bombs would vaporize everything at its core: people, buildings, life itself.
I have a video that I had seen bits of pieces of on CNN. They were talking about it, they were discussing it, of a video that Tulsi Gabbard put out on social media on X, formerly known as Twitter. I haven't seen the entire thing. It's about 3 minutes long. I did want to play it here and do kind of a live reaction and offer some kind of insight and commentary on this. Apparently it is about her kind of speaking about the dangers of nuclear war and how we should evade it at all costs. Tulsi Gabbard has a history of being very anti-war. She is currently the Director of National Intelligence, a former Democratic representative in the House of Representatives from Hawaii, but now serving in the Trump administration. She was a former candidate for US president, all of that. I'm sure you guys know who Tulsi Gabbard is, but she is very anti-war. She served in the military, and has repeatedly said that military intervention or war should be completely off the table or be the very last resort after every other options have been exhausted. So let's play this and kind of react to it as we go. I'm very curious to see everything that she talks about in this. Yeah, let's get into it.
I recently visited Hiroshima in Japan and stood at the epicenter of a city that remains scarred by the unimaginable horror caused by a single nuclear bomb dropped in 1945, 80 years ago. It's hard for me to find the words to express what I saw, the stories that I heard, the haunting sadness that still remains. This is an experience that will stay with me forever. This attack obliterated the city, killed over 300,000 people, many dying instantly while others died from severe burns, injuries, radiation sickness, and cancer that set in the following months and years. Nagasaki suffered the same fate. Homes, schools, families, all gone in a flash. The survivors, the hibakusha, they carried the pain of extreme burns, radiation sickness, and loss for decades. Survivors of this attack were asked to put in paintings and drawings their own memories and how they felt and what they saw, and those paintings and the suffering that they conveyed, the pain and the sense of loss were almost more powerful than the photos themselves. Yet this one bomb that caused so much destruction on Hiroshima was tiny compared to today's nuclear bombs. The bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima had a yield of just 15 kilotons of TNT, whereas today's nuclear warheads range in size from 100 kilotons to over 1 megaton. A single nuclear weapon today could kill millions in just minutes. Just one of these nuclear bombs would vaporize everything at its core: people, buildings, life itself. The shockwave would crush structures miles away, killing and maiming countless people. And then comes the fallout. Radioactive poison spreading through the air, water, and soil, condemning survivors to agonizing deaths or lifelong suffering. A nuclear winter could follow, with smoke and ash completely blocking the sun, plunging the world into darkness and cold, killing crops and starving billions. Acid rain would scar the earth, wiping out entire ecosystems. This isn't some made-up science fiction story. This is the reality of what's at stake, what we are facing now, because as we stand here today, closer to the brink of nuclear annihilation than ever before, political elite and warmongers are carelessly fomenting fear and tensions between nuclear powers. Perhaps it's because they are confident that they will have access to nuclear shelters for themselves and for their families that regular people won't have access to. So it's up to us, the people, to speak up and demand an end to this madness. We must reject this path to nuclear war and work toward a world where no one has to live in fear of a nuclear holocaust.
I mean, so I get what she's saying, but like, sister girl, you literally serve in the Trump administration. You know what I'm saying? You're the director of national intelligence. This is the one thing about all of this. I agree with everything that she is saying as far as like nuclear war and nuclear weapons should never be a thing, or operated on because, or deployed because of, as you saw in the video, everything that it can cause. And then this whole warmongering of Iran has a nuclear weapon and all this stuff. Let's be clear on who she's talking to in this video. She's not talking to us, the American people. She's talking to the elites in DC. She's talking specifically to Donald Trump and how this is not kind of the path to go down. I have several problems with this, actually. One, if you serve, literally, you have the president's phone number. You know what I mean? Like, you are the director of national intelligence. You're a person in power. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people go on to just make these videos and post on social media, and that seems like it's the new norm. What is really being said behind closed doors? Are you raising these alarms and saying all of this exact same stuff behind closed doors to Donald Trump? Or are you posting it online and expecting we, the people, to do something? Here's the thing. The only thing that can happen right now to rein all of this in is just the courts. Literally, maybe in the midterms, but other than that, people can actually vote and do something. But other than that, like, people, the general public can't really do anything. So, I mean, we just had that mass protest of the No Kings rally and all of that. And I was thinking about it today, actually, this morning, kind of what came from that. I understand that it literally just happened like a week ago, but what comes from that? You know, politicians get online and say these things and say that, you know, it's up to the people. It's up to the people. How is it up to the people, Tulsi? What would you like for the people to do? You are the director of national intelligence. Go and speak to the president. There's also reports coming out that, you know, Trump has greenlit or has given 2 weeks notice. But I was watching Kyle Kalinski's video earlier, and he was talking about how there's reporting from The Guardian. I didn't go double check, which I should, about how, you know, they're talking about total on regime change. They're discussing using a tactical nuke on the Fordo facility in Iran. But all that to say, you know, nuclear war should never be an option. Nukes should always be off the table as an option. War should honestly be off the table as an option because there's nothing good that comes from war. There's nothing good that comes from military force. So, I mean, this video, yeah, I mean, what is the call to action? I understand everything she's saying. I agree with everything she's saying, you know, with the dangers of nuclear war. We don't want a nuclear holocaust. Could you imagine acid rain, billions of people dying, like total annihilation? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And should the U.S. use a tactical nuke at the Fordo facility? I don't think so. But at the same time, how is it fair that, you know, we are thinking of using a nuke, not we, because, you know, but the Donald Trump and his administration are thinking of using a tactical nuke against the country that they do not want to have nuclear weapons. Double standard is completely crazy, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.